In this video, we're going to go over the basic merge sort concept. This is going to be really clean. Okay, so take an array, split it in half. Take each half, sort it, then combine the sorted halves. Okay. Now, when I was talking about selection sort and insertion sort, I probably used many more words. But yeah, this is merge sort, right? It's very, very simple. Again, just split in half, sort each of the halves, combine each of the halves. Done. What does that look like? So let's take a look at this trace down here. So I have my input, right? So my input is merge sort example, right? So that's, it's just, I can read it, right? It's text, but it's unsorted with respect to the letter ordering. What happens? Well, first of all, there's the idea of split it into half. And here, right, this is our divide step, right? So we talked about divide and conquer in a previous video. This is my division, right? I'm going to divide it, and then I'm going to conquer it. Okay, so I split my input in half, and so I get what? I get something like 8 letters, one side, another 8 on the other side. Okay, split it perfectly in half, which is nice. It's balanced. Okay, then I would sort each side. So over here, right, you can see. So this is basically, we'll label this as 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, right, is just kind of initial data. I drew in a split line there. That's just for visualization. Internally, that's something like a little variable that stores a midpoint that says where do you draw the line there. Okay, yeah, but kind of line 2 there. We're sorting the left-hand side. So we know, right, this is basically something I want to work on. This is one of my halves, right, and I want to now conquer it, right? I did the division, now I want to conquer it, so I sort it. Okay, so I get this as my result here, right? So all of a sudden this stuff is sorted. Okay, now we do the same thing on the right-hand side. So right-hand side, right, we have this stuff over here. Well, I want to sort it, right? So I'll go and I'll sort it, and I get, basically okay, so this is what I'm going to be sorting here, right? And I get my sorted result back out over here. Okay, so at this point in my trace, right, I said I did my division. I sorted the left-hand side, I sorted the right-hand side. Things maybe though seem a little bit awkward though, because I have 2 things that are sorted, but they're right next to each other, so it's not really sorted as a whole. Then I want to merge them together. Okay, so there's a merge step. That's actually where the name of the algorithm comes from. So it's called merge sort. There's a merge operation that we're going to be talking through. It's actually the bulk of the work of the algorithm, but that thing will run, right? That thing basically takes 2 sub-areas of the array, so, right? So it takes this sub-area, looks at them, right? Stitches them together to get that final sorted result out. So then we end up with something like this. Okay, so there's our sorted output. Now there is a little bit of a magic happened here step, and that is we said we were going to sort the left and the right side. And that's a little bit like, passing the buck. All of a sudden, we said we were going to sort this whole thing, but we started, conceptually going through the algorithm, and we said we were going to sort again, right? So it's like you didn't really solve the problem of sorting because you just said, oh, somebody else sort for me. I'm going to give them a smaller thing to sort, but they still have to sort for me. So it seems like a little bit of a cop-out, except that we have recursion. So really internally, when we say sort the left side, what we mean is run merge sort recursively on the left side, right? When we say we're going to sort the right side, what we mean is run merge sort recursively on the right-hand side. So it sorts both sides, right, using itself. And maybe you can start to visualize, right, in your head, there'll be basically these different passes. So, initially, right, this is kind of pass 1 of merge sort, right? And then there's going to be a recursive call, which takes like EEGMORRS. And that'll be split into 2 pieces, right? So you'll have EGMORRS, right? Those will get split. These will get split again even. Right, and they keep on getting split and split and split until you get to this point, where there's basically like an E and an E, right? Or a G and an M. And it's just one, and it's just an array of it's acting as if you're sorting an array of 1 element, which, well, that's a trivial thing, right? If you split it down until you get to little arrays of just 1 element, you're done, right? You don't have any work to do, because if you're asked to sort an array that's empty, you're done. If you're asked to sort an array of 1 element, you're also done. Okay, so if we boil it down to get to this point over here, well, we're basically done sorting. There's nothing. I don't need any more recursive calls. I would be done. In which case, it'll kind of unfold in recursion. We'll talk through this in more detail in other videos. But we'll kind of unfold, right? We'll end up basically combining together these different pairs and pairs and pairs until we get back up to the top level thing, which is going to be our entire sorted array. All right, so that's kind of an overview of how the algorithm is put together. In the next couple of videos, we'll go through some visual and then some drawing traces of how this algorithm works.